movement impact?
How has the civil rights movement impacted my life? Well, I think it has impacted my life in much the same way as it has impacted you all's lives, and that it's given us access and opportunity where there may not have been one. It's given us relationships that were once taboo, that were once out of our reach or not going to be allowed. For instance, without the civil rights movement, you wouldn't be sitting here interviewing me. You get what I'm saying? Without the civil rights movement, I wouldn't be in college. The school I went to was a historically black college and university. Without those movements, there wouldn't have been a North Carolina Anti-State University. Without those movements, we wouldn't be able to see Barack Obama as president. I think the civil rights movement has basically helped America kind of look at its brutal past and kind of bandage it and bring us closer together. I'm a realist. I don't think that everyone is ever going to think exactly alike, but I think the civil rights movement has allowed us to communicate and work more together as one community and one people rather than a group of separate nationalities and races.
Have you seen improvements in civil rights during your lifetime?
Have I seen improvements? Yes. Number one, we have Barack Obama. That would be the most obvious example right now. But before Barack Obama, there was Clarence Thomas, there was Thurgood Marshall. Before Barack Obama, there was Ronald McGee, the first black astronaut to travel into space. Before Barack Obama, there was colleges, historically black colleges and universities. I didn't experience the things that, say, my mom and my grandmother experienced growing up in North and South Carolina. By the time I was of age, those things had pretty much subsided, or they had scattered to the point where it's not something I saw every day. So I would say my overall quality of life and the opportunity that I've been afforded, opportunities that I've been afforded, have definitely increased exponentially due to the civil rights movement.
What are you most proud of?
What am I most proud of? That is a tough question, because I have a lot to be proud of. I'm proud of my mom for putting her needs and desires to the side to make sure that she provided a stable home for me and my brothers, and for teaching us that average was never good enough. I'm proud of my son. He's a character boy. He's not his daddy's child. I don't know. I tell you, sometimes I look at him and I think about something that he just did, and I want to get mad, and I say, man, if that's not a smaller version of me, I can't really say much. I'm proud that the things that I've done in my life, for the most part, have provided inspiration to others. I ain't perfect, but for the most part, I've been able to be an example of what can happen if you persist and choose to not quit. College would be probably the other one that I'm proud of, because there were many times when I could have chosen to just quit, because there were many times that it was hard, but I kept hearing in the back of my mind, my mom telling me, you're going to get a 4-year degree, you're going to get a college degree, you need that college degree in order to be competitive and in order to be able to take care of yourself and a family. And all those times when I wanted to quit, and there was some times. I always knew that was going to be my end result. I always knew I was going to get that degree because I couldn't disappoint my mom. What excuse could I possibly make? My mom pushed herself to college with 4 kids, or with 3 boys. What excuse I have when it's just me? I have no excuse. So, if nothing else, I want to make my proud. And I'm proud of my wife. I'm proud of my wife for being the lady she is, and for, caring enough about me to actually take my hand in marriage.
What advice would you give to young people?
Set your goals high. Aim high. When I was in college, I remember there was this phrase that was given to me that I often use at work, that said, underestimate, over-deliver. Right now, enjoy being young. Don't grow up too fast. But if there's anything you take serious the opportunities that are afforded to you by your parents, your aunts, your uncles, your teachers, your friends. Any opportunity that you have coming your way. My mom told me when I was a kid that I only had one job. You know what that job was? Anybody got it? Come on, you got to know what that job is.
School?
You got it. That's the only job my mom told me. And she said, you have 12 years at least to learn how to be really, really good at it, so that when you done your 12 years, you can step up to the next level and be really, really good at that level. There's no reason that any of us should underachieve, or any youth should underachieve in school. Outside circumstances that you can't control, you can't control those. But you can always control what you bring to the table. You can always control the mindset that you bring when you walk into class, when you get into the bus, when you are faced with a problem from one of your friends. There's always an opportunity to do more. This gentleman, Tyler Perry, he's one of the most sought after movie producers and writers right about now. Just 6-7 years ago, maybe outside of 10 years, this man was homeless. He was homeless. How do you go from being a homeless man to a multi-million-dollar producer? You decide that you want better for yourself, and you put in the work to do it. I don't think I could do what Tyler Perry did, but Tyler Perry believed that he could do it. So things that you can draw from examples like that are that no situation is too dark that you can't overcome. So, be it in school, be it in life, I generally think that there's always a way of escape. There's always a way you can see out of it. So, I would advise you guys to take advantage of the opportunities afforded to you in school, at home, in places like here, the Bridge, and set your goals high. Don't aim to be, I won't name any career because I don't want to take the light off any career. If you want something, you got to put in the work to get it. So, aim high.
What age did you start being an engineer?
What age did I become interested in engineering, or what age did I start being an engineer?
What age did you start being an engineer?
I probably started being an engineer the same age you guys did. Remember the question I asked you guys earlier? I started problem solving at a very young age. And engineers, that's all they do. They solve problems. They make things easier. So, trust me, you guys are further along toward being an engineer than you think.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming and volunteering your time for this interview.
Well, thank you for having me. I hope you guys enjoyed it.